Memorial Day is certainly a time to reflect on the sacrifices of fallen servicemen and women, often members of our own family.
But one family out there is missing some precious World War II relics. ABC4's Rick Aaron met the man who wants to return that soldier's family.
It's a Memorial Day mystery. A resident of Roy is trying to return this flag and these medals to the family of the man who earned them. A framed burial flag surrounds a photo of Thomas D. Walker with clues hanging underneath. This cross reveals he was a rifleman, and a Good Conduct Medal shows he was an exemplary soldier. This campaign medal and this victory medal tell us he served in the Pacific in World War II, and this Purple Heart proves he was wounded while doing it.
He was definitely someone special, somebody that went above and beyond.
Jim Thorpe says he got the items about a year ago from a friend who found them in a closet. As a World War II buff whose own grandfathers fought in the war, Thorpe wanted to get the flag and medals to Walker's descendants. He posted photos on Facebook, but no one came forward.
It's something that should be with the family. It's a legacy that should be passed down through the family, so people know who this guy was and what their grandpa or great-grandpa did.
But who is this face from 75 years ago? It could be Army veteran Thomas Dean Walker, who is buried in Monrovia, California, or Thomas DeLynn Walker, buried in Jones County, Mississippi. Perhaps Sergeant Thomas Duke Walker, a Purple Heart recipient buried at Fort Bliss Cemetery in El Paso, or someone else.
I got a text message from somebody that sent me some registration records for a Thomas Dwayne Walker that lived in Ogden on Quincy Avenue. And then there's a Thomas Douglas Walker that moved to Oregon after the war. I'm curious to know, the story behind this guy. He's been in my house for so long, he sits right here. I look at it every day.
And when he does finally find the family,
it'll be a relief to finally, bring some closure to this mystery, I imagine it'll be emotional a little bit too.
If you recognize Thomas Walker or think you know his descendants, you can get in touch with Mr. Thorpe by going to our website, abc4.com. Reporting in Roy, Rick Aaron, ABC4 News.
Wow, thank you, Rick. Well, Thorpe tells us he's tried contacting veterans organizations, but the name Thomas Walker is just too common to pinpoint an identity through military records. So, of course, for more information on this story, visit our website, abc4.com.